All right. So when you first start off with the watch, you're going to see your home screen here, just like you normally would. And the clock face is always dead center, so that's always going to sit dead center. So whenever you want to move through different watch faces, what you're going to do is force tap. So when you press harder on the screen and it recesses back, and you've got the different variations of faces here you can choose from, right? So the very first one is called utility. And this is going to be the clock in the middle and the different complications you like around the top and the bottom. So when you go to customize here, you can customize 3 different panes. The first one being the complexity of your watch face, so you can see how numbers are showing up now, or little seconds, or different levels of complexity, however you choose. When you go over, you can change the color of the second hand. So it'll go through basically all the different colors of the rainbow. It does, I think, about 10 different colors. And then when you go over one more time, you have complications. So the complications are pretty much the same for every face that you can change complications on. So up here you can do your battery life, you could do your timer, your alarm, you could do your weather, the activity level, so where your activity is throughout the day, what time the sun rises or sunsets, the moon phases. You can have none up there for at all, you turn it off, or you can do the date calendars. And each one of these different ones is going to be exactly the same. The middle one, you can only do none, the date or the day and day of the week. And when you're done with everything, you press hard again, and you're done. So how we set that's exactly how that's set up. Now if I press on it again and go over, you've got your modular one. This is one of my favorites here. So the modular one is going to show you that same information, but in a few different ways. So you've got a lot of different ways to customize this. So again, going through here will let you scroll through what you want here, and since it's a bigger portion of the screen, it'll actually write it all out instead of just being a small little snippet. So I personally like leaving mine just on weather there, and then of course all the different other complications there. So when you go over though, you can change the color. So I have it on blue now. You can red, pink, green, whatever you want. So that'll keep the color changed on the modular. Modular face is pretty cool and probably one of the most useful faces as far as information goes. Press again. And then this next one is called simple. I like simple because it makes it look like a classic watch, almost like a Movado or something, where if you press and customize, you can change your level of complexity again. So second hands, minute, hours, hands, whatever. I like leaving it all the way off. This one's going to be the color of your second hand again, just like the other one, and all of your different complications. I turned all of mine off except for the weather in the top corner, so then it leaves a really clean, nice looking face. Next one over is the motion one. This is probably the most beautiful and one of the coolest watch faces I've seen on the watch. It comes with 3 different ones: jellyfish, flowers, or butterflies. And Apple's set all these up to where they're super high resolution. So when you were to see the watch in person, you'll really get an idea of how amazing these faces really look. These are jellyfish swimming around. Now if I go to customize, the only thing you can do here is you're going to swipe up or down to change between the 3. And now you have flowers. So now it's just different flowers blooming. So every time you tap it, you get a different flower. I think there's roughly 10 different flowers, 10 butterflies, and 10 jellyfish to choose from. It just randomizes which one it shows you. And then the butterflies. So butterflies open their wings and then they'll flap their wings around a little bit. But these really are stunning when you see them in person. So those are butterflies. And if you go to customize, here in the middle, you can add the date or no date, and that's your only option for motion. Astronomy is probably one of the cooler ones. This one shows you exactly where you are in the world by that little GPS dot, and then by turning the digital crown you can forward time and go backwards in time, and it'll show you what the Earth would look like at that time with the day, night, and cloud coverage and whatever. You click on the crown again, it takes you back to current. Bottom left is going to be your moon phase, and this is the actual live look at what the moon is doing right now. And again, with the digital crown, you can forward, or you'll see when the new moon, full moon is, and so on. Click it again and go back. And in the bottom right, you have your solar system view. So this is a live view of where the planets are located. And again, forward, backwards, shows them moving around the sun in real time. and if you double tap it, it'll show you what little index of what other planets are named and so on. So clicking back here on the bottom left will take you back into the Earth view. That's a cool one called astronomy. This color one is going to be just like the other ones, but it gives you more different colors to customize the actual face of the watch. So you can do, a bunch of different color variations there. Solar is probably one of my favorites here. So this one shows you a live look of where the sun is in the sky. And if you move the digital crown, it shows you, where it was at a specific time. And then the little dots on that line are twilight. You have your sunrise, your solar noon, and then your sunset and your dusk and twilight and all that. So it's pretty cool, and the animation is really neat to just watch, throughout the day. So no customizing there, that's just how that one looks. The chronograph one is really cool because it brings up a ton of different info on the screen. So just a basic watch face, but when you go to customize, you have a lot of different numbers, and so you can really add a ton of stuff to here, depending on your preferences of time scale. The color changes that middle color, so you'll see blue, red, green, just that middle part changes. And then your complications again. So complications are always going to be the same ones, your calendar, your sunrise, your sunset, your dates, your weather. This is Mickey Mouse, of course. Now this one is just going to hold his hands in the hour and second, and then it's going to tap its foot for every second. Supposedly every single Mickey Mouse face is in sync for every single Apple Watch around the world. And pressing again, customize. On Mickey, you can only do your complications. So I've got my battery life, I've got my weather, my temperature, and then my world clock at the bottom. Mickey's cool. Extra large, just huge numbers, and all you can customize here are your colors. So maybe match your outfit or whatever color preference you might have there. So big numbers of colors, and then add new. So that's really all you can do, is you've got all these watch faces, you choose what you like, customize them, and so on. And that is Apple Watch faces. Thanks, guys.